is a criticism of Ashley Burchett and how she handled the quote-unquote impeachment.
Hello.
In addition, while the test...
Okay, I was just listening to more stuff about the Fani Willis, the McAfee ruling about Fani Willis this morning. But hello, welcome to the daily political tarot and astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for going through the news with me. It can get a little harrowing if you're on your own. So, hello. Oh, stars, I'm so glad that I'm able to help in some small way. So, and, all right, so we're here to talk about your political questions is what we're here to do. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America, feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That's an ongoing thing. By the way, I just got something in the mail. So, and my real name is not a great big secret around here, so I don't mind showing this to you. But for what it's worth, I got a 2024 Certificate of Appreciation from Feeding America. So, oh, sorry, food processor in the background somewhere. So, yeah, Feeding America. Yeah, there we go. That's nice. Anyway. We have epic troll slayers who keep us safe, and we've got a fantastic community here because of you, because you're in it, and you've all been so kind to each other and so kind to me. Thank you. So, if you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in. Or you can watch back on like 1.25 speed, which I do a lot on YouTube. Thank you, everybody. All right. So we've got a lot to talk about. And I'm going to tell you right now, I have an opinion. You know me, patron saint of the channel as twere is Fred Rogers. So I try to keep things calm. We are definitely there. This is definitely a blue channel, and it is definitely an anti-violence channel. Don't like violence, don't like joking about violence. We don't like anything like that. I try to keep things calm, but I'm a little annoyed. So at 3 minutes in, Louis Tavalis is asking about the Judge McAfee's ruling on Fani Willis. So I just, Friends with Monster says, Grim Bleeper in the house. Exactly. Oh, Star says, I feel your positive energy today. Oh, good. I am glad. All right, so let me just throw this out there before we get any much further, because it's probably best before I do the readings for you to know where I'm coming from. So, I'm very aware of the fact that I am a white woman. Matter of fact, you can't get a whole lot whiter. I mean, you can try, but when your father's a carrot top redhead, this is what you get. And I know I have been given the benefit of the doubt at times in my life. I know that I have had advantages that not everybody had because of something as out of my control and stupid as this super pale skin, my white envelope. And that's not fair, and it's not right, because it should be equal. And because I didn't earn this. This doesn't speak to my character. This is genetic. This is what I inherited. That's all that is. I like my skin because it's been very good to me, and because it comes from my parents, whom I love with all of my body and soul. You know, from the bottom of my heart to the edge of my soul. But let's be perfectly clear here. I am not in a position to speak for women of color, and it's not my place to speak for them. It is not my place to try to put words in their mouths or anything like that. But I can say I have a perspective. Having said all of that, as long as we know what we're talking about, I have an opinion, and my opinion is that Fani Willis has been treated appallingly all the way around. That she has not been treated fairly, that Donald Trump has gotten away with the most heinous things for decades with no appreciable consequences. And for all McAfee saying that prosecutors have to be held to a higher standard and whatnot, after all of the I guess let me share something with you. All right, because this you have to understand where I'm coming from on this, because I've been working on my astrology course, and bear with me because I think you're going to want to see this. Presentation, Aries, Taurus. There's Taurus. Okay. Let me share something with you that I have been working, because I'm putting together this astrology course. I have got, let me share. And please forgive the room. I've been cleaning and it looks like a bomb hit it. Where? I need my Taurus page. Now, this is very important, and this is very interesting astrologically. And it's something that I don't think you've ever heard from anybody else. I just have to find the right page, and I might have to open it. Gemini, Taurus, is that it? Yes. All right. In the astrology course I am making, part of it is, can you see that? Yes, you can. All right. Part of it is, hang on. I need something neutral. Let's just do that. Okay. There are going to be 22, 23 15-minute videos, and this is going to be one of them, and I'm putting together the graphics for it. And this obviously is the one about Taurus. Well, one of the things I talk about for each of the signs is the time periods when Pluto was moving through that sign. And how it kicks up all kinds of things related to that sign, so that and really shakes everything really hard, or plows the field, or however you want to put it, so that anything that does not have strong roots, anything that is wrong, gets knocked down, which can be a struggle, but it can. That's Pluto going through a sign. That's what happens. And for Aries, you could think of it as like a kind of a battlefield, because it's when we're first born, and we're fighting for life, and to exist, and it's a struggle. But that there's Aries, and then later on you've got communication in Gemini, and on and on and on. Taurus is the second sign of the zodiac, and it is about values and valuables. It's a material sign. It's, after the battlefield, you come into the garden, the farming, the living, this physical, it's the first earth sign. So the first sign of physicality and what have you. All right, fair enough. So Pluto, when, at some point it just went into Aquarius now, but at some point it was in Taurus, right? Well, I was creating a graphic on when, hang on, let me see, there it is, on when Pluto was in Taurus. Pluto was in Taurus during the Civil War. Because in our history in this country, the Civil War came about when Pluto went through the sign of, and it makes me want to hurl to say this, when Pluto went through the sign of possessions. Ugh, that's disgusting. And these days we tend to think of racism, what have you, as perhaps more on an ideological basis of how we should be acting, how our culture should be reacting. But we forget that the Civil War, this was about possession. Like, I own this mug. So get the nice, where are the birds? Where are the pretty birds? We need the pretty birds. Where are they? There they are. Okay. Oh, all right. Birds. So that's what I was just looking at, because I'm still working on those graphics. And one of the things that if you listened carefully to what Fani Willis was talking about, she was talking about how she networked with other people of color because they'd get you had to, because you'd try to help each other, because was the system really going to help you? Were white people these super white people, were they going to be helping their were they going to network as much with people who aren't of the same ethnic grouping as them? No. There is a certain amount of racism that's baked into our culture that we all really want to get rid of, but it's there. So to have a white male judge listen to everything that happened there, to take what the white woman, we don't call them Karens anymore, we call them Marjorie Taylor Greens, that Marjorie Taylor Greene, Karen Merchant, not Karen, what was her first name? Something Merchant. Anyway, whatever her first name is. To say, why, yes, you're pointing out that there was impropriety. So let's have a whole hearing on it, and let's drag this woman's personal life out through the whole thing. Let's lay everything on the line. When's the first time they spent the night together? When's the first time? What vacations did they have together? After all the inequality that's baked into the system, the fetishizing of the intimate lives of Black people, especially Black women, all of that, and after everything Trump did, Judge McAfee couldn't say to Merchant, hey, you're saying there's financial impropriety. Where's your proof of financial impropriety? prove it. Give me something right now. And if you cannot give me something right now, then we're not having a hearing on this. This is ridiculous. Whether this woman had a personal relationship with a man is whether she had a personal relationship with a man. Big deal. But sure, let's drag this all out. Let's put the onus on her. It's disgusting. Ashley Merchant. Thank you, Giovanna. Thank you. Yeah, Don Howard says, I saw no proof of financial impropriety. There wasn't any. And Judge McAfee said there wasn't any. But he said there's a smell of mendacity. And you don't think that Trump's side are going to run with that forevermore? So it's like, yes, Giovanna, it was an invasion of privacy. Absolute invasion of privacy based on nothing. Based on nothing. And this morning on Morning Joe and other things, they were getting all upset about she should never have done this. She should recuse herself going forward. Wade should be gone, and then she should recuse herself. So there's no question, no sense of impropriety or about the Trump case. No, she shouldn't. She has done an amazing job. She's tough as nails. And what, you think you should get kicked off your job for, you should say you're not able to do your job because your ex-boyfriend is a jerk? Really? So, yeah, Amy Jones, she's a prosecutor, not a priest. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm just... Shauna Orse is a woman of color in a position of power. It's their worst nightmare. Mm-hmm. Suburban Housewife, Ode de Mendacity, the new fragrance from Trump Inc. Mm-hmm. Oh, good point. Good point. Leila at Integral Soul. Morning Joe, didn't Joe and Micah meet on the job? Ding, 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 ding. Mm-hmm. Electra Storm says, yeah. You don't need to shut your mouth, Electra Storm. Nope, not around here. All these white folks talking about Fani have some nerve. I'm shutting my mouth now. I'm getting upset. Well, I don't want you to be upset. She's still on the case. But she absolutely should not. Oh, did we see Boo Boo? I didn't see him. Anyway. So all these people criticizing Fani Willis. Oh, there's a Boo Boo. There's a good boy. All these people criticizing Fani Willis can get stuffed. And there is nobody you're going to find anywhere who's going to be a saint. And the fact that every other, Letitia James, Alvin Bragg, all these other people, the reason that their private lives haven't been dragged out into the public is probably just because they couldn't, the lawyers like Merchant in Georgia only came forward with this case because they heard some gossip. And they went, aha, let's drag this out. And now it's guaranteed that this case won't be tried before the election. There was already a very slim chance, but now it's completely gone because of all this time wasted with no proof. But funny how McAfee couldn't just clear Fani Willis. So you get rid of Wade, okay. But you didn't fully clear Fani Willis. And the other side is going to drag this in the whole thing, and it is going to taint the whole case, not because of what Fani Willis did. He didn't like her tone when she was being questioned. When she pointed out that they're the ones on trial, not her? You didn't like her tone. Fani Willis didn't hurt this case. McAfee hurt this case. Anyway, so I'm going to do an overloaded Celtic on this. I will get off my soapbox, but I'm very upset. And all of these people who want to go on about how bad Fani Willis is, she doesn't even, considering what we're dealing with here, she's not even on the radar. She isn't even a distant blip on the radar. So, okay, just saying. But what's going to happen? I'm going to do an overloaded Celtic. Giovanna says mendacity. What nerve? Yep. Like Storms is asking, will Fani win the case despite the judge being against her? See here, and here's the thing. I don't think the judge thinks he's against her. I really don't. I think that there is a certain amount of racism that is baked into the culture, disgustingly. And I think he thinks what he did was fine. Oh, Kindle Holler, don't be scared. Don't be scared. No. Don't. There's nothing to be scared about. There's nothing to be scared about. It's going to be okay. I just get annoyed. That's all. But me being annoyed doesn't change the fact that Fani Willis is still there and she's holding people's feet to the fire, which is why she's being attacked. Trump just didn't take Letitia James seriously. Trust me, if he had taken her seriously, because what Fani Willis has is the ability to get Trump put in prison, which Letitia James didn't have. But trust me, if he had, and he had taken it seriously, and he hadn't been surrounded by lawyers blowing smoke up his girdle, who knows what we would have found out about her. Oh my gosh, she doesn't hang up her shirts. She leaves them on the floor or in the basket. Oh no. All right. The Rico case. She's just waiting. On the other side, they were hoping this would turn into something, and no, not really. Mm-mm. In the past, McAfee was reasonable. Compared to Cannon, he's a saint. Let me tell you. Did I drop a card? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Hanging above this. Center the reading. All right, center the reading. America and womanhood. Surprise. Of course, there's no double standard here. No, not at all. Hanging above this, you've got everything Trump is versus an actual sort of truth. And the potential to misuse it. Look how white that hand is. Yeah. You have to be careful. 3 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. That's the base of this. Oh, Trump and his people, they've been working this. They've been milking it for everything they can possibly get out of it. Home environment. No, that's home environment is this one. There was Fani Willis had a lot in cash. There was no financial impropriety here. There was an evenness. There was a no, Carol Langseth. If I meant RICO case. If I said something else, I apologize. But I mean, I believe in McAfee's ruling. He even said if there was any unfairness or amount that was one person got more than the other, it was in the hundreds of dollars. It was not some big thing. Duh. What? Okay, the hopes and fears. We want people who've actually committed crimes to be held accountable. What other people see? We see merchants. The challenge is racism. Just saying. Near future 1, near future 2. Oh, this is not going to go well for Trump or his ilk. They're going to, all right, for the next week or two, they're going to spin this for all it's worth. I don't think, I'll good luck. Good luck to Hal Sparks trying to find clips that don't talk about this. But because this RICO case is still going forward, and oh my gosh. CC Ryder says, per the media, Fulton County residents are siding with Fani. Therefore, a Fulton County jury will not find fault with Fani during the trial. Exactly. This is not going forward. You tried, you failed. Because you should have failed. Final outcome. Page of Wands. 6 of Swords. 9 of Cups. That's where this comes in. You've tried to, you've delayed. You've tried to, you've tried to delay. You've tried to try to end this case, but no, this is going to hurt you. Your arguments are weak. There's a real possibility of Trump being sentenced eventually, but sentenced for criminal behavior. And Fani has all the receipts. She has all the evidence, everything right there. And she said she needs 30 days to start up this case. Now, the other thing, which is a little disheartening, but I need you to be aware of it so we can set our expectations. Unlike federal cases, apparently it can take months to seat a jury in Georgia. Just so you know, once they start the trial, it's not like some of these others where they take a few days, they get a jury, they move on. According to the reporting, it could take months. All right? And that's okay. Yes, E. Did you see Weissman from MSNBC say that Fani should recuse herself from the case? Yes, I was just talking about that. So, Lucky Girl says, for those who are freaked out about the Fani Willis case, here's a link to easy to understand fact-based video by Resistance Live. Thank you. And I agree, Betty Cantrell. It'll be okay. Yeah. Yep. Elector Storm says, will Fulton County make sure that judge loses his job because he is up for re-election in November? McAfee. Raymond DePascal says, Georgia molasses law crawl. There we go. CC Ryder says, if I were Fani, I would hire a bloodthirsty ninja lead prosecutor. She kind of is herself. Deborah Johnson says, guarantee most Black people can unfortunately relate to what's happening to her. Suburban Housewife says, Fani fan club, we support you. Kevin's saying Cannon should have recused from the jump. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, I heard something this morning that was a little disturbing, but we can get to that. But you're right. We should look. I know I've spent like the whole first half today talking about this, but I thought it was important. 2015, will McAfee win re-election in November? Will Fani Willis win re-election in November? Let's have a look. McAfee. Judge McAfee win re-election in November. He didn't like her tone. Wonder who he's running against. There'll be some move especially because the case is likely to go. Oh yeah, the case is likely to go past the election. McAfee and Willis are up for re-election come November, which means the Republicans are going to be throwing everything they possibly can at replacing McAfee. Everything. Trump certainly will. I'm sure Merchant will. She's a piece of work. Amelia says women are often judged on tone. Yes, and it's way worse for women of color. Ding, 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 ding. I'm with you, Amelia. That's true, Amelia. Republicans are going to be broke. But oh my gosh, they're going to go after McAfee. Willis. But McAfee? Insult to injury. There's real jeopardy for Trump. Oh yeah, make the courts the way they used to be. But that's not going to work. I'm getting a Queen of Cups here. This would be either he stays in, or if there's a liberal woman. I don't have anything here that says that McAfee will be replaced by someone who is right-wing. So hopefully this means Willis will get back in, McAfee will get back in. But let's have a look at Fani Willis at 33.25. Will Fani Willis win re-election in November? So Joyce Matthews says Midas Touch put out a post. With all the irate MAGA comments going after the judge. Yep. So Fani Willis, will you run re-election in November? It feels like it. She's mad. Whew, she's mad. She has every reason to be. Exactly, Dorian. Let's not forget. It's the grand jury said to charge Trump. Exactly. Okay, this is pretty good. These jerks on the right, on the defensive, again, Trump is in real legal jeopardy. World, woman, charge of things. There's a Queen of Cups and an Ace of Cups. So the world card can be an ending, but it can also be a win for womankind. Women are going to be going out and voting. It can also be in control of your quote unquote world. Again, Queen of Cups with an Ace of Cups. Oh, yeah, she's getting back in. Oh, yeah. Good. So I think she's going to kind of, in a sense, pull a Trump in the sense of not listening to the critics, not listening to the garbage, and moving forward. She is tough. Good for her. So, all right. So let's move on to some other stuff with what time we have left. Sorry, I felt like I needed to say all that because I didn't hear enough other people saying that. In fact, I haven't heard anyone yet, or hardly anyone. No. So far this morning, I haven't heard anyone say that. So, but I'm sure it's coming. Anyway, at 36 minutes in, Pat Lyle had a good question. 36:10. How long before the TNC, Trump National Committee-formerly RNC, lasts before it implodes by going bankrupt like all of Trump's other ventures? Yes. Clarence Field says this is all depressing. Well, I hope not. I hope not. I honestly do think that I think we're going to be so happy at the end. The feeling I get and what the cards are saying, that all of this, and I've talked about this before, where no matter what happens, there are going to be problems. None of this is going to be a straight shot. But they threw up a hurdle, and we're past it. Moving on. How long before the Trump National Committee lasts before it implodes into bankruptcy? Oh, did you hear Lara Trump is now saying, oh, no, we're not getting rid of the minority outreach centers? Really? Funny how that's what's being reported. But you just give me your word and I'll believe you, Lara Trump. Anyway, she is in charge of the money now. She may be the co-chair, but trust me, that woman's doing exactly what she wants. If you are a Republican with a conscience, they do exist. Not happy about this. Even MAGA will be on the defensive. There's a screaming lack of money there because it's all going to ding 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 justice card. Trump's legal problems. Absolute out in the cold. This is poverty. This is sickness and poverty, and this isn't even like holding on to what little you have left. This is you've already lost what little you have left because of Trump's. Yeah. I don't know if the RNC can actually file for bankruptcy. Maybe they can, but I'm not entirely sure they can. Right off the top of my head, I'm not a lawyer. So let's see here. Yeah, big old death card for the RNC. Jeez. Because of the corruption. Joe Biden's fine. He's doing well. And a Three of Swords, legal pain. Because of Trump's legal pain. But yeah, not only does Biden have more money, but he doesn't have to spend it on how many court cases? Because he doesn't break the law. All right, so let us move on to I've got 20 minutes left. Let me see what I've got here. All right, let's jump down actually to the international questions because those tend to get put off. So let's have a quick look at that. All right, at 4020, Janet Stafura had a really good question because it's very interesting. Could you read about the Ukrainian-Russian insurrection in Russia and Siberia? Will they succeed in toppling Putin? I read an article, there was a 70-year-old in Russia. I forget, where did I see that? I saw it sometime this morning. I'm sorry, I see so much, I see so much news. But he said that he was asked if he wanted to go fight in Ukraine. He's 70. Bless you. Ukrainian and Russian insurrectionists in Russia. You're going to need all the luck you can get. Will they succeed? They're not going away. They want to free Russia. Hello, good boo-boo. King of Pentacles. It's hope. They're keeping hope alive. There are a lot of Russians who are just believing what Putin tells them. Why? I don't know. Anne says the Putin election is this weekend. Gosh, I wonder who will win. Thank you, Anne. They don't have a lot of money. They don't have a lot of support, but they're keeping hope alive. But they're up against the king who has the money. There's a lot of legal worry, even just speaking out. I'm getting they exist. They will continue to exist. And they're keeping hope alive. I'm not getting a big overturning yet. So, all right. But the other question, this is a little surprising. At 42:45, unless something has changed, and please let me know if it has. Heather was asking, okay, Mike Johnson reversed his stance and is now allowing a vote to fund Ukraine to come to the floor without it being connected to the border security issues. Really? Sharon Rice says, but that star card in the Rider-Waite deck at Ukraine colors. But that's not what it feels like. It's not just what the cards can mean. It's what they feel like they mean. Because the point of this is to get past your conscious biases as much as you can, or try to help you get past your conscious biases. So, all right. So, Mike Johnson, really? Speaker Mikey, he hates everything, the heretic. He's letting a vote to fund Ukraine come to the floor? Really? Suburban housewife, thus preserving the border issues for Dumpy to whine about. That's true. That's true. He's got a lot to worry about. I mean, he's got a lot to worry about. Far right. They're right there. They're right, like breathing down his neck. This is funding. It's in the center. And I've got chariot, things moving forward for people who are in desperate, dire straits, which would be Ukraine. So why is he doing this? Does anybody know why? CC Ryder says, Mike did nod yes about Ukraine during the State of the Union. Unless, of course, he thinks that it won't pass, but I get it passing. There's action by the far right. He's hemmed in. I think it's the rest. It's not just the Marjorie Trader Greens and that. I think it's the rest of the party has him hemmed in. I think they're coming to him and saying, "Look, this needs to happen. This is what my constituents want. We need something to run on. We can't just say no, 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 or we're going to lose." I think this is to give, I think this is to give some moderate Republicans something to run on. He can't just sit on his hands and freeze up the money. That's what I'm getting there. So, oh, there's a Bailey Boo. There's a Bailey Boo. Settling down just a little bit. Okay. All right, Kat's had a question for this has been on here for a couple of days, so I want to make sure I get to it at 47 because your questions really are important to me. Even on days when I get on my soapbox. Just want to, I'm no one to speak for Fani Willis. I'm just stating my opinion. Anyway, when will Biden start to get credit for the positive aspects of the economy? When will Biden start to get credit for the positive aspects of the economy? I'm voting for Biden. Things are expensive, but they're not expensive because of crazy liberal spending. I don't know. I think it depends on who you talk to. There are definitely people hurting, and they're going to blame whomever. Oh, thank you, Anne. Valerie says, Sage the Scales Tarot. Do you follow Sage the Scales Tarot? Says, I'm naming my next cat Biden. There you go. There are some people, they don't want to hear it. Not just far right, but their women are going to go out and vote. There are people on the right and the red, they're not listening, and they're going to be burdened by the far right women voting. Got this as a center card in the other reading too. Women going out and voting. So I don't know. You should. So, all right. So Valerie says, well, I just want to yell, Biden, get off the counter. And that's why we love you, Valerie. That's why we all love you. All right. 50 minutes in. Pharmaceutical prices. Yes, Precious. Are your toes cold? Pharmaceutical giants are mounting a vigorous legal battle against President Biden's plan to lower seniors' prescription costs, allowing Medicare to negotiate prices. Will Biden win the battle? Medicare. It feels like there's some kind of agreement where the pharmaceutical companies, they get something else. I mean, it's definitely a winning electoral issue for Biden. And the pharmaceutical companies, the Biden administration, got temperance here, so it looks like it'll go forward. The High Priestess, but the High Priestess here with the Seven of Cups, this feels like advertising. I mean, we already see so many drug advertisements. I wonder if there's going to be something. It's like they get something so they can make money somewhere else, but the prices will be better. That's what I'm getting. Oh, Carol Langstaff gifted 10 memberships to random people in the chat. Thank you, Carol. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, all right. Come with me, won't you? Hi. How's things? How you doing? How you doing, precious? You having a good day? Are you having a good day? Oh, he's a good Bailey Boo. He's a good Bailey Boo. Did you want me to cover you up? He likes the little fort. See, just like that. So he has a little space for his head. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Yes, he is. Oh, now he's gonna lay down. See, he's gonna lay down. There you go. There you go, sweetheart. Oh, there you go, sweetie. He's a good boy. All right. A little moment of kitty. All right. All right. Let's have a quick look, because there were 16 questions when I came in. And if I go back up here, $53.20. All right, let's go back up here. All right, $53.20. Let's go through what's here. This is from Kristen. This is from Kristen from Uncover the News. Thank you. The Stormy Daniels documentary on the Peacock channel comes out Monday. How will this affect the trial or the election? The Stormy Daniels documentary affect the trial? Will affect the election in November. Well, I think she's going to make some money from this. Oh, Nana Francis, thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you, Jody. Thank you. I do not Keisha West, but I'm working on that. I'm working on that. Thank you. So will it affect the trial? No. No, the trial is it's a small part, because what Trump did is a small part of Bragg's case. It's the falsification of business records and whatnot is the meat of it. It's a part. So I don't know that it's going to have a huge effect on the trial. On the election, it proves how awful Trump is. Trump's waiting for the election to save his bacon, but that does not look like saved bacon. That looks like a whole lot of cooked pork. Higher wisdom. She's getting above some of the bad stuff in her past. So I don't know that it's going to have a massive impact. So, all right. All right. These are definitely the best two questions to end on. At 56 minutes in, the New York prosecutor, this is from Terry Solaris, thank you. The New York prosecutors are willing to delay Trump's trial until late April. Is this something we should be worried about? I'm just glad they're not trying to delay it until early or mid-April, because that is right in the middle of Mercury retrograde, and I do not want this case starting on Mercury retrograde. Oh, Susan Peterson, do please put that question in before I come on. Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to read on it. So, this worry? Is this something we should be worried about? And I'll tell you about what happened because it's related to the next question. There's evidence. There's the truth. This feels like records, financial records, and where the money went. So, no. It's just upsetting at the moment. We're afraid that it will derail things, but this isn't derailment. The truth is right in the center. So at 57:40. Okay. The question is the SDNY delay the result of a Trump supporter? Because apparently what happened, again, correct me if I'm wrong, the Bragg's office requested records from the Southern District of New York, the SDNY, and they said, we don't have any, or what basically the upshot was, you're not getting any. The Trump people put off putting in a request for that same information until January, which apparently is their right. And suddenly, SDNY has said, oh, yeah, here are just thousands upon thousands upon thousands of pages of stuff related to this case. And there's more to come. Really, SDNY? Really? Just conveniently before, nah. But Trump's people ask, and suddenly, oh, there's so much to read. This will take you forever. I want to know, is this delay the result of a Trump supporter over at SDNY? Let me see what the cards say. Yes and no. Yeah, this doesn't make sense, but yes and no. It's not one person who was able to either delay or go forward with this. It was multiple people. And if it's, for example, let's just say it was 3 people who were in charge of this information being released or when, it feels like one of them, definitely a Trumper. Two of them, no, they actually do want Trump held accountable. Definitely one. And I'm not saying there were three. I'm saying if, for example, government, they're the records, but there is one person there in red walking away. Someone who conveniently got lost on the way. I know it's probably not physically dumped off. It's very electronic, but still. Empress and King of Swords. So things will go forward. The case will go forward. There might have been somebody dragging their feet a little, but I'm not getting it was Aileen Cannon version levels of sabotage. So, all right. Well, thank you for going through the news with me, and thank you for listening to me on my soapbox. I wanted a voice out there as soon as possible, standing up against the inequality that is wrong. But I really do think we're going to be okay. Ultimately, but sometimes it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 3 steps forward, 1 step back, and that's just going to continue. So we'll get through it. Xander Taylor said even Cohen said they withheld from him. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Hang on. Xander Taylor, clear vision. There, because I want to give you credit. All right, so Louis Tavalis says she's still on the case. The case is incredibly strong. Yes, absolutely. All right. Well, yes, happy Friday, everybody. Hang in there. It's going to be okay. Don't let the news upset you. Seriously. Just know that there are people out here with perspective, and the voters in Georgia sounds like they have a good perspective too. So hang in there. It'll be okay. All right. That'll do it for me. It's 1:14 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. Other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow because I'm here literally every single day. So just put your questions in the chat before I come on tomorrow, please. All right. Hang in there. You're not alone. We are in this together, and there are good days ahead. All right. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow.